topic, that is hydrogen peroxide, we need to continue. Why do we need to study hydrogen, and what are the basic recapitulations what we have studied? See, hydrogen is your most, I would like to say, abundant element, and it's the that substance which is has the lowest atomic number and lowest atomic mass in your periodic system. Now, and due to some properties, due to some reasons, we have kept it away, not from the halogen, not from the alkali metal, in fact, away from the whole periodic table, right? After that, we have studied there are so many compounds of hydrogen, like we have hydride, we have water, and we have dihydrogen, and many more. Clear? We have studied them very well. We have studied that there are four types of hydride, so few type of hydride: covalent, molecular, and ionic. Right? After that, we have studied about water. That water is of two types: hard water and soft water. Hard water means which contains some impurity. Soft water means which does not contain any kind of impurity. Cool. Now let's move to the next topic, that was dihydrogen. It was your first topic and was the most simplest topic, in which we have studied how do dihydrogen is of our use, what are their physical properties, what are its chemical properties, and many more. Clear? Last but not the least, we have studied about the heavy water. Water is known to be deuterium oxide, that means D2O. It says us that it is the same of water. The only difference is of this isotope. If I'm talking about water, it has the hydrogen, normally 1H. But if I'm talking about the heavy water, it says it contains deuterium, which has two hydrogen, and that's why we call it heavy water, because it is, we can say, heavier than hydrogen, and also it is used for slowing down in the nuclear reactor. Clear? We have studied all these concepts very well. Now let's move to the last topic of this chapter, that is hydrogen peroxide. This is the last topic of hydrogen peroxide, hydrogen chapter, and we will finish this chapter completely. Okay, let's begin. See, hydrogen peroxide, as the name suggests, अगर मैं बात करूँ water की, water was H2O. That means hydrogen oxide. But if I'm talking about hydrogen peroxide, that means there should be ratio of 1:1. There should be both the elements which are combined, that should be in the 1:1. That is H2O2. Clear? Hence we call it hydrogen peroxide. Now the point is, hydrogen peroxide is your chemical, and this is used in specifically preparation of another compound. And most importantly, it is used in pollutant control. Pollution control. Okay. Now, but say you have remembered, we have done so many topics of hydrogen, और हम सबने उसमें एक ही बात को study किया है. First of all, what is that compound? Preparation, what are its physical properties, what are its chemical properties, and lastly the use. Okay. So same हम यहाँ पे start करेंगे. What are the preparation of hydrogen peroxide? So let's begin with the first topic, that is preparation of hydrogen peroxide. Clear? All right, let's start. The preparation of H2O2. As you have seen, there must be 2 moles of hydrogen, so 2 atoms of hydrogen as well as 2 atoms of oxygen to make a complete mole of H2O2. Okay. तो हमें इस बात को ध्यान रखते हुए रिएक्टेंट को भी ऐसे ही चूज करना पड़ेगा, so that it would give you more the both hydrogen and oxygen in 2 atoms ratio. Okay, so let's start. The first example is of the barium sulfate, barium peroxide. We have barium peroxide, that is BaO2, and it contains 8 moles of water of crystallization. Now the point is, barium peroxide, we are just going to dilute it with sulfuric acid, and this extra water would be get evaporated by heating. So first of all, barium peroxide, dilute it with sulfuric acid, and then heat it so that this extra water would be get evaporated. Here, now let's combine this. We would get barium sulfate plus water as a vapor, but most importantly, it contains H2O2, that is hydrogen peroxide, which is the topic of our interest. Okay, so we are taking about the hydrogen peroxide. Clear? Now let's move. This was the first preparation. Let's move to the second preparation. Okay. Yes, one more point बच्चे, अभी मैंने आपको बताया है that heavy water contains deuterium oxide. That means hydrogen can be replaced with deuterium, with the isotope of hydrogen known as deuterium. Same as it is, if I'm talking about H2O2, we can also change it by deuterium peroxide. Okay, just give me a second, please. So if I'm talking about deuterium peroxide, how can we change it? We can change it by the reaction of potassium sulfate. And one more point, अगर हमें हाइड्रोजन peroxide को deuterium peroxide से replace करना है, so we should add deuterium oxide to it. Am I clear or not? We are doing potassium sulfate plus deuterium oxide, और हम दोनों को जब combine करेंगे, what would we get? We would get this compound, deuterium peroxide. Okay, it has also same properties, same relation, but that's not of our topic. That's not of our interesting topic. हमें सिर्फ इतना याद रखना है कि yes, similarly as hydrogen peroxide, we can prepare deuterium peroxide by reacting with deuterium oxide. That means heavy water. Clear? All right. Now let's move to the last preparation of hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is also can be prepared by organic compounds. We are just going to react an organic compound and it would give you another compound. बच्चे जो रिएक्शन मैं आपको भी बताने जा रही हूँ, that would you will study in your 12th class in organic chemistry. Okay, so you have to just remember for right now that this is our 2-ethyl anthraquinone. This is our compound, and if we oxidize it in the presence of oxygen and palladium, it would give you hydrogen peroxide plus oxidized product. Okay, don't bother what is 2-ethyl anthraquinone. I can write would like to say structure for you, but you do not have to remember that. Okay, and when we oxidize it in the presence of palladium metal, in the presence of oxygen, what would happen? There would be formation of hydrogen peroxide plus this reactant would be reduced to make a product. Okay, so just do not bother about this, but you must remember that yes, we can also prepare our hydrogen peroxide with the help of organic compounds. Am I clear or not? Okay. So this was all about the preparation of hydrogen peroxide class. Let's move to the next topic. That is our physical properties of hydrogen peroxide. Okay, let's move. Okay. One more point, बच्चे, अगर मैं physical properties की बात करूँ, you must have remembered that physical properties suggest that what it has color, what it has smell, and what are what are its bonding so that it can dissolve in polar solvent or non-polar solvent. Clear? So हम सब यही check करेंगे what are its basic color, like smell, like taste, and what are its bonding, what is its chemical nature, so that we can jump to chemical properties. Okay, let's move. Let's move to the physical properties. Okay, बच्चे, चलो. फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज. जी, फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज के बारे में हमें कुछ इतना पता है हाइड्रोजन पेरोक्साइड के बारे में दैट इट इज ऑलमोस्ट कलरलेस लिक्विड. Almost colorless liquid. And almost colorless, why I'm saying almost colorless? Because it has little bit pale blue color in actual. But what happens, you know very well that all of your chemicals, they are so much strong in nature. Huh? If I'm talking about the HCl, if I'm talking about the sulfuric acid, I have told you that the compounds which you use in your laboratory, they are in the diluted form. Why? Because they in their actual form, they in their original form are so strong that we cannot use it. Okay, तो जो हमारा actual H2O2 है, that is pale blue in color, but we kept on adding water into it, we kept on diluting it so that we can make it fit for our use. बात समझ में आ रही है? We can make it fit for our uses because we need a little bit, I would like to say, a little bit less reactive hydrogen peroxide. Okay, that is almost colorless in nature. Clear? Now let's move to the next point. Okay, most importantly, H2O2, as the name suggests, it contains hydrogen and oxygen. It has almost same nature of water also, hydrogen oxide. Water and H2O2 having the same hydrogen bonding nature, we can say they would easily combine, they would easily miscible into each other, they are easily mixable into each other, and they form a hydrate, which is called H2O2.H2O. That means they are combined H2O2 into water. Okay, this is known to be hydrate. And one more important point, 30% solution of H2O2 gives you 100 volume, or I would like to say, is marketed as 100 volume. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है कि if we are going to the market to buy H2O2, we will get 30% solution of H2O2. Okay, not pure 100%, because its 30% solution is so much capable that it can give us 100 ml of oxygen at normal temperature pressure, at standard temperature pressure. Okay, मैं दोबारा repeat कर रही हूँ. I'm saying 30% solution of H2O2 is marketed as 100 volume hydrogen peroxide. It means 1 milliliter of 30% H2O2 solution will give you 100 ml of oxygen. Okay, let me write that. 1 ml of this complete solution will give you 100 ml of oxygen at STP, standard temperature pressure. ठीक है? अब इस बात का मतलब क्या है? इस बात का ये मतलब है जी, अगर I used to oxidize it, अगर I used to decompose H2O2 का 1 ml जो हमारे पास 30% की रेशो में प्रेजेंट है, it would give you 100 ml of oxygen. That is decomposable. इसकी इतनी ज्यादा strong reactivity है, only 30% would give you 100 ml of oxygen. बात समझ में आ रही है? It's so much reactive that a single ml of 30% solution, not talking about 100%, 30% solution will give you 100 ml of oxygen. Okay, let's have a numerical about this so that you will get the more clarification on your concept. Okay, let's begin. The question is given in your NCERT textbook. It suggests us we have to calculate the strength of 10 volume solution of hydrogen peroxide. Okay, we have to calculate the strength of 10 volume solution of hydrogen peroxide. Clear? Okay. जैसा मैंने आपको बताया था that if I am having 30% solution, that means इसका 1 ml हमें 100 ml ऑक्सीजन देगा. इसका मतलब है अगर मैं बात कर रही हूँ 10 वॉल्यूम सॉल्यूशन की, 100 वॉल्यूम मीन्स 100 ml of oxygen, 10 volume means 10 ml of oxygen. Am I clear? Okay, so I'm writing that 1 ml of this H2O2 will give you 1 ml, so 10 ml of oxygen, or I would like to say 1 liter of H2O2 will give you 1 liter of oxygen. Okay, now the point is you have to revise your concept from first chapter. First chapter में हमने study किया था कि जैसे हम number of moles को calculate कर सकते हैं, number of particles को calculate कर सकते हैं, Same as it is, we can calculate 22.7 liter of any kind of gas. है ध्यान, हमने स्टडी किया था that as percentage will give you 22.7 liter. This is your standardized volume which you have studied in your first chapter. Okay, तो हम इसी की हेल्प से अपने कंसेप्ट को क्लियर करेंगे. We are saying that H2O2 is decomposing into oxygen plus H2, sorry, water. And if I'm balancing my reaction, it would be 2 moles of H2O2 will give you O2 plus water. Okay. Now, the point here is H2O2, that means 34 grams. If I'm talking about H2O2, this is your 16 multiplied 2 plus 2 into 1, 34 grams. और अगर हमारे पास 2 वॉल्यूम दे रखे हैं, 2 मोल दे रखे हैं, that means 2 into 34 grams will give you 22.7 लीटर, जो कि हमारा स्टैंडर्ड वॉल्यूम. बट हमें क्या मेंशन है, हमें मेंशन है 10 लीटर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, 10 liter of oxygen. So हमें 22.7 liter would give you 68 grams. So 1 would give you 22.7 divided by 68, and finally you will get the answer for 10 liters. Let's calculate. Okay, what I was saying to you, 22.7 liter of oxygen is obtained from 68 grams. If I'm talking about 1 liter, it will give you 68 divided by 22.7. And हमें दिया गया था 10 liter, so we can easily calculate 68 multiplied 10 divided by 22.7. After solving it, we would get the answer almost 30 grams, almost 30 grams. That means 30%. Okay. Sorry, not 30%. This is just 30 grams of H2O2. But now the point here is, हमने अभी तक कैलकुलेट कर लिया कि हमारा जो कंपाउंड है, जो हमारा 1 लीटर प्रेजेंट है, उसके अंदर 30 ग्राम प्रेजेंट है. Now we have to calculate the strength. We know strength is equal to gram per liter. We have given 30 gram divided by 10 liter. That means 3%. That is your strength. Okay. तो मेरा जो कंसेप्ट था, जो मेरा तरीका था समझाने का, I hope you have got the point. I'm just trying to say to you कि हमारा जो H2O2 है, उसकी स्ट्रेंथ इतनी ज्यादा होती है, उसकी रिएक्टिविटी इतनी ज्यादा होती है, that only 30% can give you 100 ml of water. Okay, sorry, oxygen. Same as it is, if I'm talking about 3%, it is capable to give you 10 ml of oxygen. Okay. Now let's move to our next topic. We have done about physical properties. We have done how it is prepared. Lastly, we are going to the chemical properties and its theory. Okay, let's move to the next topic. But before that, I'm just going to give you a brief introduction about the structure also. The structure of H2O2 is known to be planar, and the structure of this is in this form. H2O2. It is a kind of chair form. As you see, it resembles like a chair. It resembles like a chair. So we also call it chair form structure or chair structure. And this is our non-planar structure. Non-planar means, I hope you have heard, if I'm talking about any type of compound, अगर मैं बात कर रही हूँ, suppose I'm talking about methane, CH4. All the carbon and hydrogen are in the same plane. They are in the same plane. But if I'm talking about this, only oxygen are in the same plane. One hydrogen is above the plane, one hydrogen is below the plane. So we call it non-planar. Okay? Chair form, non-planar form, and most importantly, ये जो हमारा angle है between the oxygen and hydrogen, this is almost 119 degrees. Okay, the angle between oxygen and hydrogen is 119 degrees. But the twist here is कि हमारा जो H2O2 है that can exist both in gas as well as in solid form. And if I'm talking about the solid form, you know very well, when we need to condense a gas into solid, we have to reduce the pressure so that its molecule will get closer. अगर मोलिक्यूल क्लोज आ रहे हैं, उनके बीच में स्ट्रॉन्गनेस ज्यादा हो गई है, स्ट्रेंथ ज्यादा हो गई है, तो ये जो एंगल है वो क्या होगा, रिड्यूस हो जाएगा. क्यों? क्योंकि जो मोलिक्यूल्स हैं जो दूर दूर थे अभी वो क्लोज आ गए. दे आर द इन सेम इम्पैक्ट, दे आर इन द सेम proximity, I would like to say. Okay, so the angle which is 119 degree in the gaseous for almost 93 degree in solid state. Am I clear or not, or should I repeat it again? Gaseous form, molecules are elaborative, molecules dur dur pade hain. Solid form, they are combined, they are in the close proximity, the angle would be shrink so that they would be more closely packed, they would be more closely fit. This is the structure of H2O. Clear? All right. Now we have done hydrogen peroxide. What is its preparation? What are its physical properties? What is its structure? Just skip the chemical properties for now. I'll do it later after completion of 8 steps, that is redox reaction. So abhi ke liye se chhod dijiye. That's not also so important. The last topic of hydrogen peroxide is its uses and its storage. Okay, बात तो मान रही होगी ना. I hope you're getting the point. What I'm trying to teach you. H2O2 सिंपल सा कंपाउंड है, बट सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट बात क्या है इसके अंदर, इट हैज द स्ट्रॉन्ग रिएक्टिविटी. सो मच स्ट्रॉन्ग रिएक्टिविटी, जो हमने अभी देखा था विद द हेल्प ऑफ, हमने न्यूमेरिकल किया, इतनी सारी बातें की, सो दैट आई ट्राई टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट इट कैन इजीली डिकम्पोज. So if we need to store it, because H2O2 जो है वो एक chemical है which is used for preparation of many other chemicals, so we need to store it. So what would we do? H2O2 is so highly decomposable that it can be easily changed into water and oxygen. Okay, I'm saying my जो मेरा hydrogen peroxide है that is decomposing into water and oxygen. So what would we do? We would fit them, we would place them into the container who are wax lined. Why? Because in the presence of sunlight, in the presence of heat, they would easily decompose. और हमारा जो हाइड्रोजन पेरोक्साइड है वो वाटर में चेंज हो गया. हमें चाहिए था हाइड्रोजन पेरोक्साइड किसी केमिकल को बनाने के लिए, and now we have water. Can we make our compound? Definitely not. क्यों? क्योंकि हमें हाइड्रोजन पेरोक्साइड चाहिए था. So for storing our hydrogen peroxide, we need the wax-lined container. So that these containers, we will just cover them with the help of wax, with the help of moam, I would like to say, the wax which is has a great high melting point, so that जो extra sunlight है, जो heat है, that wax would absorb and it would store my hydrogen peroxide. Okay, and one more point here is we can use urea as a stabilizer into it. We add some urea as a stabilizer into it so that my hydrogen peroxide would be stable and not decompose into water and oxygen. All right, so this is all about the storage of hydrogen peroxide. Okay, now last is the uses. Let's talk about the use. Yes, one more point I would like to describe. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था, we have to protect it from the sunlight, we have to protect it from the heat. Same as it is, we have to protect it from the dust also. Because due to dust, it would be explode. Okay, so hydrogen peroxide is, is a chemical which we need to take care very much because it's sensitive to dust, it is sensitive to sunlight, it is sensitive to heat, and it is highly decomposable. Okay, so that's all. Now we have stored our hydrogen peroxide. Now what we can use it, what we can take help of it, we have some 3 to 4 uses of it. First of all, hydrogen peroxide, if I'm talking about, it is used in the bleaching industry. It is used in the bleaching industry, just to add some color. Second point is it can also be used as a hair bleach. And the second most important point is mild disinfectant. You have seen that whenever there is fungal infection in your feet, अगर आपके पैरों में fungal infection हो जाता है, the doctor would give you hydrogen peroxide, but not this hydrogen peroxide. Its market name is Perhydrol. Most importantly, most of the doctors use it as a mild disinfectant, especially for the fungal infection. Okay, so Perhydrol is given as a mild disinfectant, as a hydrogen peroxide. And most importantly, I have told you that hydrogen peroxide is super strong, so we need to dilute it. So हमारा जो Perhydrol है, that is used as mild disinfectant, and it is used in diluted form. Okay. Last but not the least, it can be used for the preparation of higher organic compounds, which we do not need to study. High organic compounds are both sodium perborate, sodium percarbonate, tartaric acid, oxalic acid, and many more. Okay. And last, I have told you just before beginning the class, nowadays it is used in green chemistry. What is green chemistry, बच्चे? Green chemistry, as the name suggests, देखो हमारा जो environment है, that is getting polluted due to chemicals present into it, है ना? If I'm talking about, all right, if I'm talking about the chemicals, they are releasing CFC, they are releasing, soot particle, they are releasing peroxidant, they are releasing chlorofluorocarbons, and many more things. Okay, so our environment is getting reduced very easily. बार-बार pollute हो रहा है, so we have replaced our chemistry with green chemistry. That means हम इसके अंदर ऐसे chemicals use कर रहे हैं which are pollution control, which are not so much releasing pollution. Okay, so hydrogen peroxide is used as pollution control. That means if I need to prepare more compounds from hydrogen peroxide, we can use it more efficiently because it is less polluted. Okay, so class, this was all about the hydrogen peroxide. We have studied about the uses, we have studied about the preparation, we have studied about the physical properties, and we have studied about the structure also. All right, so if there is any kind of doubt, any kind of query, please let me know whether regarding this chapter, this topic, or this complete chapter. Just give me 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to revise it. Hydrogen peroxide is something which is known to be H2O2. Peroxide, the name suggests, it means hydrogen and oxygen both are in the ratio of 1. Per means 1. Second point, I have told you, its preparation. We can prepare it by barium peroxide. What was barium peroxide? BaO2. We are just adding some sulfuric acid into it and it will give you H2O. And I have told you, we can easily prepare deuterium oxide 2 as H2O2. We can use D2O2 also. And the last point we have done about the physical property, it is almost colorless, but the point is it is highly decomposable. It can easily give you water and oxygen. Decomposable है, but release क्या कर रहा है? Water, oxygen, जो हमारे लिए harmful नहीं है. But since we need hydrogen peroxide, so we have to store it in a wax-lined container and protect it from dust. We can add urea as a stabilizer into it, है ना? And lastly, what are its uses? It can be used in bathing industry. It can be used as mild disinfectant on the name of Perhydrol. So market में name आएगा hydrogen peroxide का, that would be Perhydrol, and that is very diluted. Okay. And lastly, it can prepare higher organic compounds and also used in the pollution control. All right. So this was all about by my side class. If there is any kind of doubt or query, please let me know. Yes, class, any kind of doubt or query?